Hey there, Tubbies. Welcome back to 2230. If you're enjoying this content and want to see more, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. We love creating content for you and appreciate your support. Let's get started. The recent announcement of Senior Minister Tharman Shanmugaratnam's resignation from the People's Action Party, PAP, and his intention to run for the presidency has sparked a heated debate within the political landscape of Singapore. In response to this development, Kenneth Jeyaretnam, Secretary-General of the Reform Party, has expressed doubts regarding Mr. Tharman's eligibility as a presidential candidate. Mr. Jeyaretnam's blog post scrutinizes Mr. Tharman's political history, personal character, and raises concerns about his suitability for a role that is perceived as non-partisan and above politics. This video aims to examine the key arguments put forth by Mr. Jeyaretnam and explore the implications they may have on public perception and Mr. Tharman's political trajectory. In his blog post, Mr. Jeyaretnam delves into his past interactions with Mr. Tharman during their time studying in the UK. He claims that Mr. Tharman distanced himself from political dissidents upon returning to Singapore, raising questions about his commitment to democratic principles. While personal interactions during college cannot solely determine one's political character, it is essential to evaluate how an individual's actions align with their claimed values. Furthermore, Mr. Jeyaretnam highlights Mr. Tharman's past conviction for negligence under the Official Secrets Act in 1992. As the director of the Economics Department of the Monetary Authority of Singapore at the time, Mr. Tharman was fined $1,500, a sum just below the threshold that would have disqualified him from becoming a Member of Parliament. Mr. Jeyaretnam contrasts this lenient treatment with his father's disqualification from the presidency due to allegations of moral character issues. These aspects of Mr. Tharman's history raise valid concerns about his suitability for the non-partisan role of the president. Another point of contention raised by Mr. Jeyaretnam is the potential conflict of interest arising from Mr. Tharman's transition from finance minister to a presidential candidate. As finance minister, Mr. Tharman had direct involvement in managing state reserves. Assuming the role of the president, responsible for auditing the management of these reserves, may raise questions about impartiality and independence. Mr. Jeyaretnam argues that Mr. Tharman's subsequent roles as chairman of the Monetary Authority of Singapore, MAS, and deputy chairman of GIC present a ludicrous conflict of interest. These positions further complicate the perception of an impartial presidency. The potential consolidation of power and influence in the hands of a single individual could undermine the crucial checks and balances necessary for a robust democratic system. Additionally, Mr. Jeyaretnam criticizes Mr. Tharman's view of the elected president's role as a backup driver, supporting the government rather than a co-driver providing checks and balances. This perspective suggests a lack of willingness to challenge the government and raises concerns about Mr. Tharman's ability to fulfill the role as a non-partisan figure. The criticisms put forth by Kenneth Jeyaretnam in his blog post raise important questions regarding the eligibility of Senior Minister Tharman Shanmugaratnam as a presidential candidate. Scrutinizing Mr. Tharman's political history, personal character, potential conflicts of interest, and views on the role of the elected president shed light on the challenges and scrutiny he may face in his presidential campaign. As public perception is crucial in the political arena, it is essential for voters to carefully consider these allegations and evaluate their implications. Ultimately, it remains to be seen how these criticisms will impact Mr. Tharman's future political trajectory and whether they will shape public opinion in the upcoming presidential election. It is vital for Singaporeans to engage in a thoughtful and informed discourse to ensure the integrity and effectiveness of their democratic system. Thanks for tuning in to this response video. If you want to stay up to date on the latest reactions and responses, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And as always, I love reading your comments and feedback. Once again, thank you for viewing and I hope to see you on the next video.